Welcome back to Fortnite School. I'm Orbetch and today we're going to learn about Fortnite basics, farming mechanic, building basics, and where to loot. This is the second video of the elementary course. Be sure to subscribe and like the video to show attendance to class. In the last video, we've talked about farming materials and how to be able to build structures. Let's dive more on the subject of farming. First of all, when you farm, you'll notice a blue target appear on the surface of what you're farming. Hitting it will do twice the damage on that structure, helping you get more mats at once and break down that structure faster. You'll be able to farm 3 different materials that all have their benefits, but also all have their function and their farm speed. Meaning that each construction built out of these mats will also have different stats that I'll explain as we go. First off, students, know that every structure can give you mats, but they won't give you the same mats per structure. For example, some rocks will give you more than 100 brick for a set amount of hits, when another rock will only give you 30 brick for the same amount of hits. So I'll tell you how much mats per hit is a good farmable structure for each material, and you'll be able to tell on your own if what you get for each hit is worthy of your time. Wood is the most available resource on the map. You'll find it almost everywhere, and you'll get plenty of it per structure as the coefficient of farming for wood is very high. If you get more than 8 wood per hit, that structure is worth farming. Wood is easily breakable. Even when it's full health, you can break it with 2 pickaxe swings. You can easily see through it, and you'll want to use it mainly for protection from afar or rotation. Brick is the second most available resource on the map. You'll find it almost everywhere, and you'll get a very decent amount of it, as the coefficient of farming for brick is still pretty high. If you get more than 6 brick per hit, then that structure is worth farming. Brick is harder than wood to break, especially when full health. You can break it with 3 swings if you hit the blue targets. It's harder to see through bricks, it's mainly used for fights or to base up during a match. Metal is the least available resource depending on where you are on the map. It is harder to find and you don't get a lot of it as the coefficient of farming for metal is pretty low. If you get more than 1 metal per hit, then that structure is worth farming. Metal is the hardest building material out there. When full health, it will take 4 hits with the pickaxe to break. It's especially hard to see through metal, and it will mainly be used when you want the structure you build to stay for a long time. Like when there's a lot of enemies around, it will be harder to break. In pubs, you'll be able to carry 999 of each mats, when in competitive mode, you'll be only able to carry 500 of each mats. Now that we've talked about mats, let's talk about building basic notions. Every piece of construction you'll create will face either north, south, east or west and will place on a pre-existing grid. Out of these mats you can build 4 types of different structures that will cost you 10 mats to place for each. When placed, they will start heating up slowly until they reach up 100%. Let's talk about what you can use them for. First off, we have the stairs. You can use them to take 1 layer up per stair, climb mountain or walls that you wouldn't be able to climb onto without builds, and help you get high ground on an enemy. Students, know that high ground will make it easier for you to get the advantage and the kill on almost every situation. Always try to be higher than the enemy. Then we have the wall, which will protect you in case someone shoots at you. The more you learn about Fortnite, the more you'll understand the many things you can do with walls during fights. It's as much of a defense system as an attack system, but we'll talk more about this in middle course and junior high course. Then we have the roof structure, which can close out a box you're building and make you safe from the enemies, but can also help you fight. If you're crouched being a roof, the enemy won't see you, but you will. It is a good reflex to build one in your box to help you with the fight. And last but not least, we have the floor structure, which will help you move forward if you're on height and will help you fight enemies that are lower than you. Again, more on that in middle and junior high course. Combining these elements can help you gain precious seconds in a fight or when running away. For example, placing a floor or a wall before placing a stair will help you place that stair where you want it to go, as that stair would be able to go underground or further than you expect it to go. Alright, now let's talk about being able to land. As we said last video, a big POI will almost every time get contested. In an event of contest, the first person to land will have a huge advantage to those who are still in the sky flying. If that guy spotted a weapon on the ground and starts shooting at you when you're still not landed, you might die before even touching ground, and that can be frustrating. I'll teach you later on how to get the perfect drop for each location, but for now, if you want to learn and play Fortnite as a beginner, you'll prefer landing in smaller spawns or in a single house scattered on the island. Small spawns that aren't named on the map will still offer you some decent loot, mats, and a good way to start your game. Students, we've talked about your glider being forced open past the 100-meter limit. Try to dive down to get to that height limit when you're about 500 or 400 meters away from where you want to land, rather than to dive directly onto the place where you want to land. You should have a better drop that way and will have advantage in case of a contest. Last but not least, let's talk about how to get loot. Loot in Fortnite can appear in many places. It can generate directly on the floor. It will be a single item, and if it's a weapon, you'll have ammo with it right next to it. Next up are the chests. There are many forms of chests that you can find on the island, and they will change up every few seasons. First off, we have the regular chest that will grant you a weapon with ammo and an extra consumable or heal. Then we have the buried chests that are the same chests, but you'll have to dig them out of the ground. Then you have the super chests that grant you an epic or legendary version of the weapon, more ammo, and 2 consumable heals. Then you have hollow chests that shows you what weapon is in it, and you'll have to have 1 or 2 keys in order to open that chest. Next up are the ammo boxes. There are currently 3 types of ammo boxes that you can find. First one is the regular one. You'll have a random amount of ammo in it, but not much. Then we have the bigger ammo box that will grant you more ammo in terms of types and number, but will also grant you sometimes heals. And then we have the red ammo boxes, which will grant you even more ammo, but can also give you tire, report torches, or heals. Then we have the drops. Either it's a fallen drop from the sky, or one you order with a special item, or just one sitting on the map. Drop will always grant you a weapon with ammo, a heal, and a few materials. And then we have the llamas. There are 3 llamas on the whole map each game, only in pubs, which will run around if you get too close to them, except if you are crouching. They'll grant you many things that usually change up between each seasons, but you will always have many mats, a good amount of heals, and a lot of ammo. If you can't manage to kill the llamas quick enough, they'll escape with a rift, leaving that rift for you to be able to rotate with it. You can also fish in Fortnite, whether it's with a fishing rod or a pro fishing rod, a harpoon, or with explosives. You'll either get fish or loot such as weapon, mats, and ammo with it. Fishing with explosive won't give you very good loot, but can still be useful in some cases, and it also works with both missiles and the hammer. You can also find fishes or heals in coolers and freezer. You can also get loot with gold from NPCs or vending machines that are scattered across the island. Make sure to watch our seasonal video to not miss out on important tips. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe for more tutorials on everything Fortnite. You can also follow me on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram @orbetch. Follow us on the same socials at Fortnite School. Thanks for watching. Bye.